Hey everybody, it's CPO and LaxBroMyach here, coming to you, and we're going to talk a little bit about the basic fundamental principle of Myachi, which is absorbing energy. And this is our first video. We're a father and son team. We both got into Myachi, just very recently entered the game. We were at FAO Schwartz in New York City, saw a great demo by some of the great Myachi masters over there. You know, it's just incredible. Sucked us right in though. And we were amazed at the fact that we haven't seen this little guy before. So we bought into it immediately and thought it was the coolest thing. And we've been working together, trying to learn some tricks and building our skills. And unfortunately for me, our Myachi inventory, because we're buying a lot of these guys. But they're great fun. Now for LaxBroMyach, one of the great benefits for him is he's a lacrosse player. So he's kind of got some natural flow going on that he uses with his game. And I drop a lot, but that's okay. That's half the game, is learning how to be skilled. And this is one of those games where practice pays off, just like lacrosse. So at any rate, what we wanted to talk about is the principle of absorbing energy, right? So as we're learning Myachi, and I remember the first time I ever touched the Myachi, and when we hand a Myachi to people who've never played with it before, one of the most important things to convey is the concept of soft hands and energy absorption. And you've heard it said probably a lot of places that it's like absorbing an egg, right? So you want to be really soft and absorb that energy. Just like if you had an egg, you didn't want to break it, you would kind of absorb that fall, kind of if you caught an egg, right? So that's kind of the fundamental principle here. And as you can see, as we absorb the Myachi energy, it kind of sticks to our hand a little bit, and then we can maintain some control over it, right? If you don't absorb the energy, it's just going to fall off your hand, right? So that's one of the biggest challenges for the new people, is you toss them a Myachi for the first time, and it bounces off their hand, and they get frustrated because they can't catch it. The reason it bounces is because there's energy built up that's got to go somewhere. So what we want to do is just absorb that energy into the backs of our hands. So that's really what this video is about, is absorbing energy and why it's important. So we talked about the fact that it's like absorbing energy from an egg. I've never seen anybody Myachi with an egg. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Hey, we got an egg. Kids don't try this at home without parents' permission, but you ever Myachi with an egg? I haven't. But I wanted to understand the principles, because if you can imagine dropping an egg onto a solid, hard surface, it's probably not going to like it very much, and it's probably going to break. As a matter of fact, LaxBroMyach and I did a school project a little while ago about dropping an egg off the roof of a building and how to absorb all the energy so it doesn't break. So the principle makes sense. But the question is it really possible to do Myachi with an egg? And then what happens if you don't properly absorb that energy? So as you can see, it is possible to absorb the impact of the egg. Whoa! And I'm going to drop it. So what happens if we don't absorb the energy of the egg with soft hands? Let's see. So that's what happens if you don't have soft hands. And why we talk about catching it like an egg that you don't want to break. Because clearly, if you don't use that principle, you end up with egg on your face or on your hands.
This is weird.
Thanks, man. Sorry. And he's a lacrosse player, a pretty good one at that. He's using his bounce back. He practices on this thing a lot. And what he's showing you now is how the principles of Myachi carry over to lacrosse. So if you think about the soft hands and how you have to absorb the energy with the Myachi, that's exactly what he's doing with his lacrosse stick. You can see as the ball comes in, he absorbs that energy by giving back the lacrosse stick a little bit. And he's kind of got those soft hands that he absorbs that shock, right? So continuously, he's just doing that. Every time he catches the ball, he's absorbing all that energy. LaxBroMyach, show us what happens if you don't absorb that energy. If you just hold it like your hands in Myachi and you don't absorb any of that impact, what happens to the ball? Still got all this built up energy, it's got to go somewhere, so it pops back out the front, right? Because it's not sucking it in So it's kind of like, remember those rubber band airplanes where you wind up the propeller with the rubber band and there's all that built up energy in there. That energy goes somewhere when you let go of it. It spins that propeller around. It's kind of the same way. Your ball has all this energy being built up in it. It's got to go somewhere. So if you can't absorb the energy with the impact, it's going to hit, and then the only place it has left to go is pop back out the front. So LaxBroMyach, go ahead and do us some more no absorption. See how it pops out the front? That's because he's not absorbing the energy. So the ball's got something it's trying to get rid of, and it just pops back out the front. So that's a little bit about how the principles of Myachi and Lacrosse kind of go hand in hand. And it's the same way with a lot of different sports. A lot of sports have techniques that are used to absorb energy, and same thing with martial arts. Okay, so you've seen the principle of soft hands as it comes to Myachi and how absorbing the impact really is a key element of the game. You've seen it cross over into Lacrosse, and we've also seen it cross over into Egg Myachi. So there you go. That's the basic principle that we wanted to talk about. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm CPO. This is LaxBroMyach. We're new to the game, but we're really having a ball, and we want to share that excitement with you guys. So you'll probably see more videos from us, and as we get rolling, we're just going to share everything we're learning and maybe some principles that can be helpful for you. Or if anything, just have fun hanging with us. So anyway, that's it. Peace out. See you later.